Could actually take out the Grizzly, bring in the... Well, it's too late now. But I was going to say take out the Grizzly, bring in the Mystic. That would have actually worked out all right, too. But let's play first. Let's do this. Uh-oh. Actually, this hand's fine. We don't have a green source yet, but this hand is fine. All I saw was 2 swamps early on. I didn't see the dismal backwater. I think I would have slam mulliganed it otherwise. What do we got? A Kin Tree Warden? All right. It's likely playing against some beatdown. It's not big incentive for our opponent to play a turn 1/1/1 that regens unless he's got his two drops sort of panned out like a Highland game or something. Air of the Wilds. All right, I'm going to play the Wind Scout. I'm going to trade with that Air of the Wilds. We're definitely we're going to just stall out. I could also play the Ascendancy here. I'm taking a bash for 3 if I do that. So it's less attractive to me than just dropping the Wind Scout because I feel like he's just going to try and aggro us out. The problem is, okay, if he drops like a Grizzly, then I can't block the Air of the Wilds. But I still think I play the Wind Scout here. I'm just going to go for the trade on that Air of the Wilds. I feel like that's our priority because we've already got the resources to get our Soothsayer out. So let's just go into buy as much time as we can mode. All right, Morph, no problem. That's much better for us than a Grizzly. Easily making this trade. No attacks, which is really nice. Elder's not a bad draw. I think we're just doing Ascendancy Pass. Because then next turn we get the Soothsayer. I still would trade a Wind Scout for an Air of the Wilds. Elder's not as attractive here because of the blockers and such, but I certainly don't mind playing Elder. The thing about playing Elder is I can play Elder and leave up Force Away. Yeah, I guess I kind of like that actually. But then I'm not playing Ascendancy. It's all right. I'm still going to do Elder. I feel like it's the best card to have here. Still passing, not going to attack because I would still trade an Air of the Wilds for a Wind Scout. I actually really like leaving up Force Away here since both our guys become insane blockers. I would trade a Wind Scout for an Air of the Wilds. Like I said, our late game plan is so solid in this deck. Now I could... I mean, he likely has Awaken the Bear. I do have Force Away, so I could double block, but then I don't know what I'm bouncing. I guess I just actually block like this. This is probably the best, because then I can Force Away, and it's a lot better for us. Oh, he's just regenning? So much better for us. So, I mean, I could preserve my Wind Scout by forcing away his Air, but I don't mind my Wind Scout going to the yard, especially if I'm going to get an attack in with my Elder. Yeah, this is actually fine. And no land play. All right, that's just sweet for us. All right, so now we play land. We bash with our Elder. I should have actually bashed Elder before playing land, but I don't mind ditching the forest. We don't need it as much anymore. It's a good draw. Get rid of the forest. Play the Soothsayer. We're going to start to find our Delve cards here. So I take one, the rest go. I think we're just taking the dead drop. since I think we can already play it, so it seems like the most brutal option here. Just get rid of all of our opponent's stuff. There's an argument for Bitter Revelation there, but it's all right. With the Force Away, in tandem with the Force Away, it's pretty good since I can basically control what I want him to get rid of. And Dead Drop currently costs us, what, 5 mana? So we can do... I think with land we can do Force Away plus Dead Drop. Let me verify that. Bounce, Kin Tree Warden, sacrifice both. I'm tempted to just Ascendancy here, though. I don't want to bust that drop yet. I guess I could, though. I've got Wind Scout, too. Yeah, I think we do Ascendancy Wind Scout this turn, but let's play the Ascendancy. Let's swing with the Elder. It's a pretty awesome block for us. So now we can force away the morph, kill his guy, not lose anything, find out what his morph is. Pine Walker, good information to know. So now we eat his long shot squad. Pass. We didn't get to play our Wind Scout, but that's actually okay. So we're going to get to upkeep Ascendancy. Mandrills, no problem. I think we're just going to be dead dropping. Although, I'm not even really worried about the Mandrills because it's a Soothsayer. But it's alright. Still think we do it. Alright. So, remember, we have to put any number of them into the graveyard first. Ooh. I don't want either of those in the graveyard. Put the card on top of my library in any order. Well, let's do the, I guess, Loxodon draw first. So, I can do Dead Drop plus, let's see, 3, 6. So this costs 4 mana. I do have 6 mana currently, so I can't do either of these. I can do Wind Scout plus Loxodon, though, which I guess is the best. So let's do the Wind Scout plus the Loxodon. And then we'll pass. I'm definitely using way more time than my opponent, so I need to... This is a slow format, so I must make quicker decisions. It's tough, though, when you... See, that is the true problem with this format is you almost don't want to play a deck that's got a lot of deck manipulation stuff like Ascendancy and Bitter Revelation and choices to make, because it is a grindy format. So even though you can potentially get a lot of advantage, you run some risks. Temur Charger, no problem. I think next turn we're just slamming in with Morph and Wind Scout. Leave them both on top. Let's get the land first, since we don't need a Villainous Wealth just yet. let's bash with Wind Scout plus Morph. I guess he left up the Kin Tree Warden, so I don't need to attack with the Morph. Let's just dead drop him then. Why did I do that post-combat? I don't know. I don't know. Because now I'm probably rushing myself too much, even though I've got 18 minutes. I think it's because I thought I was going to unmorph the Loxodon, but I forgot that the Kin Tree Warden regened. That's probably where the problem was. But yes, I obviously should have done that pre-combat so I could get the extra prowess trigger. But it's alright. It's not the end of the world. We have Villainous Wealth next turn for 4, potentially. No plays. So that tells me not putting those in the yard. Getting the attendance. That tells me he's got kill shot or something, but that's all right. I think we just bash Wind Scout. The reason being, if he's going to kill shot, I'd rather him kill shot my Wind Scout than my 6/7. And I still want to play attendance this turn. So now we just drop attendance. All right, there's his Pine Walker. Now we get to just bash. Jeez. I like how Ascendancy essentially hasn't done anything for me. You know what I mean? It really pretty much has done nothing. I don't think he's got a good block here. I don't even have to unmorph the Loxodon if he doesn't block either, which is really nice. All right, well, we are then. Just going to eat his guy, deal some damage to him. Pass the turn. Soothsayer doing its job so well. I am playing quicker, though. I'm pretty happy about that. Especially since our opponent's been pretty much off mana the entire game. I likely won't even have to show him Villainous Wealth just based on this board state and the follow-up play we get. Maybe that's the Pine Walker. You never know. Yeah, let's keep it once again. Injury's pretty good. So now we injure his Morph. Oh, I guess I don't get to play Aerialist by doing that, but we are attacking for a bunch of damage here. And it was the Pine Walker, so I don't mind getting rid of that. Currently, Villainous Wealth only does it for 4, which isn't super impressive, but like I said, it's likely not even necessary this game. Our opponent's got a lot of work to do. Yeah, he's just done, which is good for us because I want to save some time. So we're playing against Abzan. I don't mind cutting Grizzly for Mystic. since I'm lighter green, might make sense. But Grizzly does trade with mandrills, but then again, I have to take a couple points of damage. We've kind of, I actually kind of like Grizzly, even though, it's the lightest color in our deck. I still think I like Grizzly. Trades with mandrills. Doesn't trade with Pine Walker, but I guess it doesn't do anything against War Behemoth either. Well, there's some issues, but the problem is Parapet's not very good against Pine Walker either. I could bring in another removal, or like a Force Away or something, or a Tygom Scheming. But I think we've got enough deck manipulation stuff. I guess Flock's not very good against the Pine Walker, but I think we leave it the same. I'm okay with Grizzly in this build, I think. 6 sources of greens, not a lot to play it, but we do get a ferocious bonus there. Is there no other ferocious bonus, though? I guess not. I don't know. I could see the argument against cutting Grizzly for, like, Mystic, just as another way to get in there. But Mystic, I feel like, is worse with the triple Wind Scout than Grizzly is. At least Grizzly, like, trades up on defense, whereas Mystic is, like, mana intensive to get in. And we're not really a beatdown deck at all. We're really just like oh, you didn't kill us by turn 7. We're just going to draw a million cards and win. All right, let's try it again. Great hand. No green source, and I guess it does have Villainous Wealth, but still great hand. Well, there's our green source. No 2-drop play. Very nice. That's actually that's a funny draw now. So now, depending on what he plays, I can play the Grizzly or the Wind Scout. It's likely a morph, right? Bloodfire Expert. All right, I guess I'd rather trade a Grizzly since I can fly over with the Wind Scout. But then again, 4 power. I don't know what I'd like more. I guess I'd rather trade off the Grizzly. Maybe I don't even have to trade because... No, I think I'd probably trade. We want to fill our yard. That's interesting. Well, I like that. So now I can drop Wind Scout and pass. Could also bitterly revelate, but I kind of like getting a dude out. And passing. I didn't have to pass here, but I feel like it's better for us to trade than it is for him. He probably would have just made the trade, but I don't mind him making the attack. I don't mind him using removal spells. Basically, him interacting with our creatures isn't a big deal because we're going to be finding stuff likely. I mean, I have to find something for that now, I guess, but it's not the worst. Ooh, well, there it is. All right. So, I'm still using Crippling Chill on his turn. Could actually bash with Grizzly here, but I think he just trades with Expert. So, I'm not playing around Feat of Resistance, but I kind of want to disable Mardu Rough Rider for a couple turns. So I think I'm just going to swing with the Wind Scout. Pass. If he Feat of Resistance us, I'll know for the next time that he's got it. But I do feel like it's to our benefit to crippling chill on his turn. Injury, very nice. Okay. I don't have to make the trade here now. Keep that in mind. But I think I am going to. Because it fills our yard, because I have a debilitating injury for the next thing I've got to worry about, I guess, which is likely a morph. Can also injury plus revelation, which is nice. Jeez, every Tusk Fortress too. It's pretty brutal. Ooh, well, beautiful. So this costs us 3 mana currently, so I still don't have enough to revelate plus. Oh wait, yeah I do. What am I talking about? So let's do this. So now we have access to a couple colors. We get to Murderous Cut. We get to look at some cards. Let's take the 2 cards, get rid of the lands. Let's Murderous Cut the Fortress to make our Wind Scout bigger. Although, could play a Scavenger too. I think we just Murderous Cut. Let's get rid of that Fortress. That guy's got a big butt. Prowess up a little bit more. Get in with Wind Scout. Debilitating Injury is going to be up to 4 next turn. I'm also going to be able to play Wind Scout plus Scavenger next turn, which is also very nice. So I think we can go on the race plan. Especially if he's got no plays. That's very nice. Treasure Cruise too. Jeez. Yeah, we're just doing Scavenger plus Wind Scout. So let's just bash here. See if he's got the kill shot. Wouldn't mind if he did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus Wind Scout. That's a lot of flyers. So he does get to untap his Rough Rider, potentially Savage Punch one of our guys or something, but still to say we're doing pretty good on the race front. Plus, if I get one more land, I can Villainous Wealth for 5, which is pretty good. Plus pump my Prowess guys. So it definitely is. I mean, I can just Treasure Cruise too. What am I talking about? Maybe I just Treasure Cruise. Draw 3. Tough to deny that. Take 5. No plays. Aerialist is a pretty good play here. We don't get to Prowess up, but getting yet another thing to bash in with. I think we just do that. We don't even have to Treasure Cruise. You can kill shot our Scavenger. We're still fine. So next turn we can even Villainous Wealth or Treasure Cruise. I guess I'm a little more tempted to Treasure Cruise since Villainous Wealth's only getting better the later we play it. And we're not in immediate danger of needing it yet. Rush of Battle. All right. It's actually pretty good. Gain some life for him. Pretty good for him, I mean. Gets in for 7, gains 7 life, goes back up to 19. Takes us down quite a bit. Well, I guess we're in a little bit of danger, but I may just Villainous Wealth next turn. See what we hit. Kind of hoping we draw a land, but if we don't, it's all right. Or Dead Drop. Yeah, that works too. I guess I can't cast it yet, though, can I? Let's just Villainous Wealth for 4. See what we hit. It's not a great number, but I'm starting to get a little bit worried, especially if he's got a pump spell, so I kind of want some blockers. Let's see what we get. Could get nothing. 4 is not a great number for it, but we'll see. Just a long shot squad, so not the best. What else did we reveal? Yeah, so we were 1 mana short of getting a Pine Walker, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's all right. I should have actually left back a Wind Scout, but then it would have just been for a chump block. Maybe not. Oh no. So I'm dead? Alright, so I guess I lost. Which is definitely a bummer. Since I felt like I was doing good, but I guess I got careless somewhere. I'm not sure where I got careless, but I definitely did, because now I'm just dead. So I guess I just concede, because I'm 3 minutes behind, so I don't want to run out of time here in game 3. I guess I have more than enough time. That's disappointing. I don't know what to say. It's sad. I wish it didn't happen. It just did, though. So shrug. Just happened. What can I do against fatties? He's got all the fatties in the world, so I almost want like Force Aways. He does really have like every single fatty that I need to worry about, because Flock becomes much worse against both Pinewalker, Mardu. Flock just looks absolutely dreadful now that I think about it. Doesn't do anything against Fortress, does nothing against Pinewalker, does nothing against Rough Rider. It's just a very worthless card. I kind of want to cut that. Grizzly can at least trade with Rough Rider if he makes it, it's still pretty bad. Still pretty bad. I could just force away number 2, which also isn't great, but it bounces fatties if that's all he's got. Down to 11 creatures, which is pretty bad, but I don't know what to say. All right. Well, I hope we don't lose it, but I don't know what to say. It really comes down to, I don't know. Maybe I just have to make ideal plays, and I'm not. I don't know. I have to revisit what I did in game 2, because I feel like there was no chance we lost, and we just lost. So I'm pretty disoriented and confused right now. Do I want the injury? He's got Morph. I want to kill Pinewalker. I want to kill his other stuff too. I gotta leave it. I'm trying to think. I don't know anything else. I guess we just do this. Being unable to play Dead Drop was a big bummer, because I really wanted to play that and we were land short, so that really did not work out for us. This is a pretty dangerous hand. No blue source. I still think I'm trying to think if I mulligan this, actually. This is a pretty awful hand. I don't have a blue source. I have two of the most expensive cards in my deck that are no cheaper. I can morph this. I'm not going to unmorph it anytime soon. I think I'm going to mulligan. I don't like this hand. All right, this hand's much better. This is where Wind Scouts kind of suck. I think if I could revisit my deck during the drafting process, I just wouldn't have drafted Wind Scouts. I know Wind Scouts are a good card. They're just not good in this strategy. Like, that's a big lesson to be learned after game two. Like, if your plan is to win late game, why are you playing 3 mana, 1 toughness guys? Yes, they can beat down, but like I said, you're not beating down. You're trying to survive. I mean, it looks like we're going to be beating down this game, but I'm not a fan of my decision making on that during the drafting process. As good as Wind Scout is as a card, I just don't think this is the deck for it. So next turn we have Soothsayer and Murderous Cut, which is pretty nice. And I mean, I'm pretty sure we're just slamming a Soothsayer. He's got to bash here. He has to. The fact that he didn't bash there is very surprising. I don't know any reason in the world why he wouldn't bash there, because it's clear that I'm trying to beat him down race-wise. He doesn't have a white source, so it's not like he can kill shot. I mean, obviously means he values this creature quite a bit, so it tells me it's probably a Pine Walker. So if he attacks into my Soothsayer, I just know to not block. I guess we take the Ascendancy since all the other cards are kind of irrelevant. So Murderous Cut's much cheaper now. Next turn we can Ascendancy plus Murderous Cut. Actually, I only have one black source, so I guess I can't do that. So if he plays land and swings, I just don't block. Soothsayer is actually worse in this deck or in this match too. All right, that's actually kind of surprising that once again he did not. That's really weird actually. Could be like a archer, in which case I'll just kill it. All right, if he's taking it, then I'm just going to drop the Wind Scout. You might be wondering why I didn't drop the Ascendancy, but it's because I'd rather Wind Scout number 3 leave a Murderous Cut. This way, if he plays Barrage of Boulders, I can actually protect all my Wind Scouts. All right. I'm actually fine with that. Could have like Rush of Battle. I'm still okay if he has that. Yeah, if Rush of Battle's the best play he's got, I'd say we're in pretty good shape. Ooh. Well, um, how is he putting the counters on? It doesn't even tell me. Really? Shouldn't it tell me? All right. Well, it's a bit surprising. I was kind of expecting it to tell me how he had it lined up. I don't know how it would indicate, but you get what I'm saying. It should, right? Pretty tempted to just Murderous Cut, but I kind of want to do it on my turn now for all the bonus. But I have to take 5 damage in order to do that, so I think we're just killing it now because we only have one black source, so we'll just kill it. I mean, we're still dropping Ascendancy next turn, so we're going to get the prowess bonus regardless. And now he at least doesn't have a way to gain life from Rush of Battle. All right, well, Ascendancy's pretty nice here when you're in top deck mode. He's got a barrage of boulders first to get rid of our wind scouts. Because Rush of Battle's not going to do it. Savage Punch, not really concerned about that. Especially since didn't even get the Ferocious bonus. Alright, so I guess he just screwed up there. What are we going to get? We're going to look at these two next turn. I probably would have just put both of those in the graveyard and drawn, I guess, just a forest. But yeah, I'm glad we got there. Like I said, I don't think this is a Wind Scout deck. I think that was my one mistake in deck building. We really just were a deck that needed stuff that protects, not stuff that flies in. Yes, this game we just got to bash in, but our opponent didn't do anything like early. He played a morph and sat on it for a couple turns, so I think the Wind Scout's not right for Sultai is basically all I've learned from this match.